An introduction to literary criticism. What do we mean by criticism? Or what is the etymology of the word criticism؟ ما هو الأصل اللغوي لكلمة criticism؟ The word criticism comes from the Greek kritikos, which means to judge, يحكم على شيء, or to decide if this work of art is good or not. That is, a critic is simply a person who expresses opinion about the meaning, value, truth, beauty, or artistry of a work of art. So, what is the function of the critic? The function of the critic is to show or to tell his opinion in whether this work of art has a great value or a moderate value. What about its truth and beauty or artistic elements, which refers to the rhetoric or rhetorical devices of a work of art. Thus, the three activities or three functions of a critic are interpretative, which means to interpret or to explain to the reader the work of art, then the analytic function, which means to analyze the work of art, and the evaluative function, which means to evaluate or to judge the value of the work of art. What is literary criticism? Literary criticism, النقد الأدبي, is the evaluation of literary works. هو تقييم الأعمال الأدبية. This includes the classification by genre. By genre, we mean the literary type of the work of art, whether it's a drama, novel, poetry, or a short story. Analysis of structure and judgment of value. What are the critical theories? What are the major critical theories? ما هي النظريات النقدية الرئيسة؟ Criticism is categorized into four critical theories according to M.H. Brahms in The Mirror and the Lamb. M.H. Brahms is a very important modern critic. In his work, The Mirror and the Lamb, he categorizes the theories of criticism into four major theories, which are the mimetic theory, نظرية المحاكاة أو التقليد, the pragmatic theory, النظرية البراغماتية أو العملية, the expressive theory, النظرية التعبيرية, the objective theory, النظرية المحايدة. By objective, we mean that there is no place of human feelings or passion in judging the work of art. What about the mimetic theory, نظرية المحاكاة? When the critic concentrates on what is imitated. In this theory, the function of the critic is to search for the universe or the surrounding world that the writer tries to imitate, to see if the work of art imitates the surrounding world accurately or not, which means realistically or not. This approach or this method or this theory was dominant, which means was common in the classical times as in the critical pieces of Plato, Aflaton, Aristotle, and Horace. Number two, the pragmatic theory, النظرية البراغماتية or العملية. Here the critic focuses on the reader or the audience in showing how far the work of art affects the audience. So the emphasis here is on the receiver or the audience. This approach was dominant till the end of the 18th century. It's obvious in the approach of Sir Philip Sidney. What do we mean by this approach? To show the effect of the work of art on its reader or audience. What is the effect of this? Whether it uplifts the reader's soul, has a moral function, instructs, amuses the audience, and so on. What about the expressive theory? النظرية التعبيرية. It was dominant in the 19th century. Here, the shift moved to the poet or the author or the writer of the work of art. Poetry is seen as a spontaneous overflow or expression of the poet's feelings. This is prevalent or dominant in the romantic era. ده كان سائد في الفترة الرومانسية. As the works of William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and Percy Bysshe Shelley. Number 4, the objective theory. النظرية الموضوعية. It became dominant in the 20th century. Here, the emphasis turned into the work of art itself. It's related to the rise of new criticism. What do we mean by new criticism? A new type of criticism in which the critic focuses on the technical devices of the work of art without giving any importance to the background in which the writer produces this work of art. Whether this background is historical background, social background, political background, and so on. So, in this theory, the focus is on the technical devices or the formal aspects, العناصر الشكلية of a work of art, because the work of art is seen as self-contained entity, كينونة مستقلة بذاتها. What is the difference between theoretical and applied criticism? النقد النظري والنقد التطبيقي. Theoretical criticism offers the general principles of art. النقد النظري هو اللي بيقدم النظريات أو المبادئ أو القواعد اللي الناقد بيستخدمها عشان يشتغل عليها. Literary criticism النقد الأدبي began with the Greeks. أول ناس بدأوه كانوا اليونانيين اللي هو بليتو، أفلاطون and أرسطو. Practical or applied criticism أما النقد التطبيقي applies these principles هو اللي بيطبق هذه القواعد to the work of art على العمل الأدبي. This is the end of our introduction. Thanks for watching and goodbye.